From the quiet vastness of orbit, the International Space Station begins its sweeping pass across North America, a journey that reveals both the science and the soul of our planet. Far below, the Pacific shimmers beneath a curtain of thin clouds. The Baja California Peninsula stretches like a silver blade into the deep blue. Here begins our passage, from ocean to desert, from wilderness to civilization. As the station glides northeast, continents unfold beneath us in silent majesty. The rugged ranges of California fade into the wide golden plains of the Midwest. Rivers twist like living veins across the land, carrying life and history through every curve. From space, the borders that divide us vanish. What remains is the rhythm of nature, the pulse of weather systems, the dance of clouds, the delicate curve of Earth against the black sea of space. The ISS crosses over the Great Lakes, vast mirrors of fresh water that glisten through the haze. Tiny points of light mark human presence, cities glowing softly as the planet turns toward evening. To the north, the forests of Canada stretch endlessly, painted in emerald and shadow. The St. Lawrence River winds its way toward the Atlantic, catching the last fire of sunset between drifting clouds. From this height, Earth is not a collection of nations, but a single living world, dynamic, fragile, and astonishingly beautiful. Every frame of this orbit is a lesson in balance, sunlight and shadow, science and wonder, movement and stillness. As the station continues its journey eastward, we are reminded that exploration is not only about reaching new worlds, it is about rediscovering our own. The view from space is both humbling and inspiring. It teaches us that this pale blue world, our home, is rare, delicate, and deserving of care. And as night begins to rise from the horizon, the continents fade into darkness, but the light of humanity still shines, tracing our connection across the globe. From high above the Pacific, the International Space Station begins its path along North America's western coast. Below lie the snow-capped peaks of Alaska, the deserts of California, and the rugged ranges of Nevada and Mexico. The station glides over the Cascade and Sierra Madre Mountains, where sunlight and shadow shape the land like art. Through the clouds, faint lights of Portland and Phoenix shimmer, tiny signs of life on a vast living planet. From space, the beauty of Earth feels endless and profoundly alive. As the International Space Station drifts eastward, the deep blue of the Mediterranean unfolds below, calm, radiant, infinite beneath the rising sun. The journey begins along Tunisia's coast, where golden sands meet the sea, then glides north over Sicily, its volcanic peaks piercing the clouds. Across Italy, sunlight dances on the Adriatic, a vast mirror reflecting the sky. The ISS marches silently over the Balkans, where ancient mountains carve their way through forests and valleys, before fading into the pale light of Russia. From this height, the Mediterranean feels timeless, the cradle of history, the bridge of continents, and a living reminder of how beautifully connected our world is.
From the western edge of the Atlantic Ocean, the International Space Station begins its silent journey across the vast continent of Africa. Beneath the station lies the coast of Gibraltar, a narrow passage connecting the Atlantic to the Mediterranean, a gateway between two worlds. As the ISS glides further south, the golden dunes of the Sahara stretch endlessly, shaped by centuries of wind and sun. The desert below seems lifeless, yet from orbit it reveals a beauty of its own. Rivers of sand, mountain ridges, and shifting shadows painting the surface of the Earth. Moving eastward, the station passes over Central Africa, where thick clouds form above dense jungles and winding rivers. The vibrant greens contrast sharply with the pale sands of the north, showing how alive this continent truly is. Soon, Lake Malawi appears, a shimmering mirror beneath drifting clouds, marking the transition from forest to the highlands beyond. As the orbit continues, the ISS approaches the Indian Ocean. Far to the southeast, the island of Madagascar comes into view, glowing like an emerald in a sea of blue. Here, the journey ends where land meets ocean. From this height, Africa is not just a continent, it's a living mosaic of deserts, forests, mountains, and light. And as the station drifts away into open space, the Earth below reminds us once more of its breathtaking diversity and the fragile beauty we all share. From the silent edge of orbit, the International Space Station begins another journey, from darkness into light and back again. Far below, Earth turns slowly beneath the stars. The glow of cities fades as night deepens, and the moon rises on the horizon, casting silver light across oceans and clouds. The station glides above North America, tracing the curve of the planet. The Caribbean Sea shimmers faintly, and the coast of Florida drifts into view. Below, the vast Atlantic stretches endlessly, a canvas of darkness and scattered clouds illuminated by lightning storms. As dawn approaches, the first light of the sun ignites the atmosphere. A thin blue line appears, fragile yet radiant, the boundary between night and day. The ISS crosses Europe, where the snow-capped peaks of the Alps glow softly in the morning light. Croatia, Italy, and the Mediterranean awaken beneath a golden haze, their coastlines catching the rising sun. From orbit, the transition from darkness to daylight happens in moments, a reminder of how thin our world's boundary truly is. The station races eastward, passing over the Caucasus Mountains, where Mount Elbrus and the Kavkaz range glint with snow. The light of day expands below, filling the frame with color, movement, and life. Then, once more, the Earth turns. Shadows lengthen, and the glow of sunset drapes the horizon in amber and violet. As night falls again, the lights of cities return, delicate traces of civilization shining against the dark. The moon rises once more, marking the endless rhythm of day and night, orbit after orbit. From this vantage point, time feels eternal. Every sunrise, every sunset, every turn of the Earth is a reminder that our planet, fragile and bright, is alive in the endless dance of light and shadow.